Now we're going to throw it immediately open to questions from the floor. So,
Right.
Joe.
Thank you. Sir, congratulations. No, Mike. Sir, congratulations. I wonder if you could just talk briefly about how much it meant to you to play this part.
Well, I'd known Steve for a little while, and a few years after we'd spoken the first time after he'd done Shame, and no, after he'd done Hunger, and I went out to see him in Amsterdam. He invited me over there just to talk about films, about life, and the idea of maybe working together on something. And then several years later, he sent me the script, and I thought it was an extraordinary story of an incredible man, an incredible time. I'd never seen a story from inside this experience before, from inside the slave experience. So, in a way, surprisingly, I found that I was intimidated by it, actually, intimidated by that fact, and I was concerned, I was sort of struck with a sort of self-doubt about it, actually. I didn't want to necessarily be at the center of something that was so unique and such an opportunity to do something and somehow not be the right guy for it. I didn't necessarily express that to Steve sort of fully, but he did sense my hesitation about it all, which he was shocked by. And really what turned it around for me, thankfully, was was going back to the book and reading the book, reading Solomon Northup's autobiography, and realizing that I was kind of thinking with the wrong side of my head, and that and actually it was about really understanding and connecting to Solomon Northup and not really worrying about in a sense, the wider nature of it, of the slave trade, of geopolitical, racial relations or whatever, that really trying to understand Solomon Northup and his experience was a way for me to really tell the story, and the rest could kind of be revealed.
We have time for two last questions. Yes, please, over here. Thank you.
12 Years a Slave, it's a film that's done well all around the world, but what's it been like to be recognised by BAFTA tonight? It's
an incredible feeling, actually, and I've been obviously acting for a while now, and was here before. I mean, I presented at BAFTA and was also nominated for a Rising Star Award many years ago, and have always been thrilled and excited by BAFTA and what it means in the film industry and in television, of course, and to be here, to be in London, to be with so many of my peers, my friends, and for them to recognise this film in this way, and me in this way, is an extraordinary feeling, a great and deep honour.
And the last question.
And finally, a couple of weeks to the Oscars. Come on, your chances must be pretty good now, Chewie, to get that Oscar as well.
Who knows? It's been an extraordinary time, just this period, and for me, truthfully, a real celebration of some really great films. And one of the things that I've loved this award season is just the diversity of films, the range of films that are out there for the audiences. I think it's so important to have that. All these films are spectacularly different and interesting, and so I've just been really thrilled to be a part of it. Of course, I'm thrilled about this and whatever happens, but it's been remarkable. Thank you. Who knows that? Oh, no.
No, congratulations, Chewie Ejiofor. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And now, please welcome the winner of two BAFTAs tonight, the BAFTA for Best. I noticed that, right? Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, Kate, this is your third BAFTA, and it's a countless number of awards you've won for Blue Jasmine. Where are they all going to go? Do you have a place in your house?
In the attic.
In the attic. It's heaving. It'll collapse.
Yes.
Find
we can only
sturdy
hope.
Shelf. And I just want to talk about your speech, because it was a beautiful, heartfelt tribute to Philip Seymour Hoffman. Can you talk about that and where that came from for you?
Well, I don't think I'm alone in the room, having been profoundly influenced by Phil and his body of work, but also who he was as a person. He was the most extraordinary friend to so many people. And his influence, I think, has, time will tell just how deep it was. And if I could be half the actor he was in his unfortunately short life, I'd be very happy.
Any questions for Kate? Yes, please. There's a gentleman here in the third row. The microphone is wending its way to you right now.
I could probably hear you anyway.
It's just for the radio.
You've been in some of the biggest films of all time, and yet I think, compared to a lot of actors...
For about 7 seconds. It's not...
Well, you've done lots of big
Yes,
films.
anyway.
But unlike a lot of actors in Hollywood, I don't feel like I know that much about you as a person.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that refreshing?
I was going to say, is it a conscious decision to sort of stay out keep your private life completely separate and just be known just as an actress rather than a celebrity?
Well, I think the room is full of... Tonight is not a celebration of celebrity, it's a celebration of people who actually do things. And I'd like to think I'm a person who actually does something. But no, it's not a conscious decision. I think it's a good rule of thumb to not really say anything unless you've got something to say.
Yes, please.
When you get the call from Woody Allen say, hey, come and be in my movie, I mean, as an actress, how does that make you feel when you get that call?
It was incredibly unexpected. I've been working in the theatre, running the Sydney Theatre Company with my partner Andrew Upton for the last 6 years, and really, I mean, I kept saying to my agent Hilda Queeley, I didn't necessarily think I even had a film career to return to. I mean, that time's been incredibly creatively fulfilling, but you know, actress years are frightfully short, and so I was very taken aback and very pleasantly surprised to get the call, and then to be handed such an extraordinary script, because it is a really remarkable screenplay. It was a gift, really.
Congratulations once again. Cate Blanchett, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi.
Well, I should be the first to say it. You're the captain now. How does it feel to be a BAFTA winner?
It feels great. I'm kind of in shock mood right now, but
Has it sunk in?
feels great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels great. It's good to be London. They should hold more awards in London.
We should. We should. Is it heavy? Because I think these things are quite heavy.
Yeah, a little bit.
You okay with it? All right, good. Whenever you were nominated for an Oscar, you tweeted in caps, Oscar-nominated actor. So are you going to now tweet BAFTA-winning actor? Is that your next tweet?
I think so.
Okay. It's been a heck of a journey for you.
Oh yeah, it's been amazing. It's been amazing, and you know, I'm loving every moment of it. You know, honestly, yeah, it's quite a dream.
What was that? Because you did an open audition for Paul Greengrass.
Yeah.
What was that like? How many people were in that audition? Can you
There was
remember?
a lot of people there.
Yeah.
It was, you know, a big number of people, like almost 1,000 people showed up, and you know, we auditioned, and you know, he just gave us a script and assigned me to a character. So I had to study that. I come back the next day, and
Wow. So did it take a while? With
It
1,000
took a
people, I
little.
imagine you were queuing up for quite a while.
yeah, it took a little while. Yeah.
Okay. Glad you did.
Absolutely.
Any questions for Barkat? I imagine there will be. Yes, please, right here in the fourth row. The hand up. Thank you.
Hi, I was wondering what sort of projects you're looking at next, coming up.
I'm just trying to do some more acting on good stories, and so I'm just reading some scripts now. Keep it up.
Anyone else with a question for Barkat? Yes, please, right here in the front row.
Hi there, Vincent, BBC World Service Radio. There's a kind of slight problem, isn't there, that people might think, we're only going to cast you as a Somali, but presumably you want to play far more than just Somalis, or Somalis in London, or Somalis in New York.
That's right. I think myself as an actor that, you know, if the story fits, I can play it. Yeah.
Yes, please, here in the front row. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I wonder whether, you know, Lupita Nyong'o is obviously nominated in Supporting Actress tonight. I wonder whether she's been a good friend on the awards circuit, because, you know, you're both going through this incredible experience in your first films.
Oh yeah, Lupita is a good friend of mine, and you know, we got introduced through these awards, and she's amazing. I wish the best for her.
Have you been getting advice from other people, Paul Greengrass, for example, to guide you through this whirlwind you must be going through at the moment?
Paul Greengrass is not only my director, he's my teacher, my friend, and you know, he helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, please, Michael.
Tom Hanks virtually screamed his head off. What have they been saying to you, Tom and Paul? Did you see him tonight? Did they shout at you?
You know, I wasn't hearing anything. It was like, B. Like, really? It's an amazing feeling, yeah.
So what was it like on stage when you're looking out there in the Opera House?
It's just a lot of people.
It's scary. Still hasn't sunk in. Where's this going to go? Are you going to put it on the mantelpiece, in the toilet? Where are you going to put
Going
this?
to my mom's house.
Okay. Oh, very nice. Okay. Whereabouts? Will she put it on the mantelpiece? I imagine.
I'm not sure.
We'll see. We'll see. Fantastic. Any more questions for Barkhad? Yes, please.
Congratulations. I was going to ask you, what would you like to be doing in a couple of years' time? How do you see your acting career now?
I want to keep acting, you know, and keep doing good work. That's the plan.
Yes, please. Here in the front row, and then right at the back, there's a lady.
So, Oscars, next stop. How do you feel that your chances of winning? I mean, you've got BAFTA as well now.
I know it's a great feeling now, but you know it's.
Come on.
Yeah, I have a better chance. You're right. I have a much better chance now than before. So, but you know, either way, we'll see what happens. It's big names. My category is very difficult.
Today.
Yeah.
Really?
We have two last questions. Yes, please, over here. Thank you.
Hi, I just wonder, how do you sum up your relationship with Tom Hanks? What makes him
There's
special?
a mic. Can you use a microphone? Sorry.
But tell me about your relationship with Tom Hanks, Michael. What do you learn from him? What makes him special? And what's your memory of working with him?
You know, Tom is a great man. You know, and you know, I learned a lot from him, just working with him, and you know, he's just a family man, a hardworking man, and you know, there's a lot to learn from. You know, he's a legend. He's someone that I was a fan of, and that was the reason that I became came to the audition. So, you know, it's really an honor to meet him and, you know, really understand what kind of person he is. So I was pleased by it. Yep.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys, for your questions. And congratulations once again. Barkhad Abdi, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
How does it feel to have a blue BAFTA?
A blue BAFTA, yeah. It's quite a shock still, I have to say. It hasn't sunk in, and I'm very embarrassed about the fact that I ended up blubbing on stage. I sort of promised I wouldn't do that, and I did. So that's upsetting. But no, I'm very, very grateful.
So had you been practicing the speech beforehand? And
my speech is actually still in here. And
okay.
I just didn't have the nerve to actually bring it out. That would have helped, I think, if I'd actually read from the speech that I'd written, but I didn't. And I talked about Finding Nemo for some reason. Maybe bitter I didn't get the role. But yeah, very, very grateful to receive this. It's amazing.
Do you want to read the speech now, just to set the record straight?
No, it's pretty much the same, just minus Finding Nemo, I think, to be honest. So yeah, it would be boring, I think, for you. But yeah.
Okay. We have time for just a couple of quick questions. Yes, please.
Sure. So what did your mum say?
Mum said, if I'm being totally honest, Mum said, "Well done, fatty," which is a joke we have. We call each other fatty. It comes from watching Little Britain, I think, when I was younger. So that's what she said, and it's it was the best thing she could have said. It was very natural, and it was lovely sitting next to her for that moment.
Will you bring her back to in the next BAFTA?
Oh, if I'm invited again, I will. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And up here, right at the very, very back. This.
Congratulations, Will.
Thanks, dude.
I'm a member of Interfilm and I'm only 14. Did you imagine at my age where your career would take you and what actually got you into the film industry?
Wow, man, that's interesting. I think at your age at school, I can almost guarantee you I wasn't as good as you are at school. Guarantee that for all of you when you were 14. I was struggling. And acting was kind of the only really thing I had going for me. You know, I was very lucky. I went to a great school and had very supportive parents, but I just didn't function really in a classroom. I wasn't in any way academically tuned, and acting was a really kind of saving grace. But I didn't think at 14 I would be acting. You know, really, I thought I'd still be just doing school in a regular kind of way. But yeah, no, I'm very grateful to be here. But you know, I guess I'm still young and learning the whole time. So very much in the same boat in many ways, you know.
And a very quick last question, please.
Hey, Will.
Hey, man.
We're the Millers was the huge hit for you this year. What is the current state of play for the sequel, and how do you top that scene?
That scene, yeah. I know what you, and thank you for not saying it. I know exactly what you mean. How do you top that? Yeah, I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get, I think, really, isn't it? But I don't know the talks about the sequel, but I can't comment. But I'm very lucky. I've been, you know, busy since then, and I'm very blessed in order to be busy, and I hope to continue to be busy. So, you know, we'll see. But
well, congratulations once again, Will Poulter.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Last person, I hope I am.
Congratulations. I was very nearly caught disposed, so I had to race on the stage. So, Dame Helen, what does this mean to you, this award, this fellowship award?
It means, I don't know what it will mean for a couple of years, I don't think, but it'll take that long to sort of, for me to understand that I've got it. But incredible. I mean, I'm sort of almost speechless, but not quite. I did manage to make a speech. You know, I take it just as a sign of encouragement, really, to carry on.
It struck me when the Cook, the Thief, His Wife and her lover came out all those years ago. It was a very controversial film.
It was
Tonight
indeed.
you got an award. Peter Greenaway got an award.
Yes, I know. That's what Peter was sort of talking about,
Yeah.
in a way. And in fact, I bumped into Peter yesterday, and one of these sort of pre-BAFTA celebrations, and we both looked at each other and said, "Can you believe it?" You know, we're going, "Us?" You know, something's happened. As he said, there's been a sort of bit of a sea change. You just have to stick it out for long enough, you know, and be consistent and keep working. And in the end, hopefully, you know, you get accepted, if not honoured, but certainly accepted.
Absolutely. And in your speech, you paid very moving tribute to a lady who encouraged you to become an
Mrs.
actress.
Welding,
Yeah.
yes. She was the only person who gave me any encouragement whatsoever, who recognised what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, and guided me towards a youth theatre, which I didn't know anything about at that time. So I sort of started in the National Youth Theatre. And I have to say, you journalists just say this, because the National Youth Theatre at this moment in time is incredibly important, because the way my business is going, it's become the prerogative of only kids for the young, only kids who've got money, who have wealthy parents, can go into the acting profession, because it's become impossible to get scholarships, or, you know, it's very, very difficult for working class kids to get into the theatre. So something like the National Youth Theatre is incredibly important, and it was my way in, because we didn't have the money to go, I didn't have the money to go to drama school or anything. So, you know, I just would like as many of you as you can mention that.
Absolutely. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was, since you played his grandmother, the Queen.
Yes, I know.
What was it like tonight receiving the award from
great.
Prince William?
I wanted to have a hanky in my bag and take it out and spit on it and sort of clean his face, you know, with it. Say, God, look at you, William. But a great honour, you know, really fantastic. And I've never met him before, actually, and I have to say he's very, very sweet. He's very charming. He's lovely, very easy. He's great.
Oh, fantastic. And thanks so much for coming. Congratulations. Dame Helen Mirren.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.